Easy now and welcome. I am the Drone Warrior and today I am super excited. I've got this big box with lots of bits and pieces in it. We've got props, we've got batteries, we've got chargers, and we've got a new quad. We're going to go through it. We're going to have a look at some of the different bits and pieces. We'll get into the quad and do a proper unboxing and review. So stay tuned and let's get into this. Right, the bit we were all waiting to see. The nazgul evoque F5. Been told it has got the green printing on it, hopefully, because I absolutely hate yellow. Ooh, and we got stuff in the box. So we have got a set of nazgul props, or two sets of nazgul props. Have a little set of connecting wires. Then we have the drone itself. Oh, another little wire. Drone itself. There we go. It's pink. What the hell? It's pink. Abandon. Stop, stop, stop. So I'm not expecting there to be any charge in this battery, but it's just a bind and fly, so everything's ready. There's no reason I can't just plug the battery in. It should power on and light up. So let's have a quick look. And the lights are yellow. And they're pink on the bottom. Oh my god. This is not good. Yellow battery warning, I'm assuming that is. There isn't a light on the top there where I thought there may be. That's horrific. That is really, really bad. I'm really not happy with that. Okay, so I've calmed down a little bit now. So obviously we get the props. I'm really not happy about the pink. I've contacted the company, they haven't replied yet. I've also got in touch with iFlight themselves if they'll do me some bits and pieces for it. The drone is nicely weighted. These arms feel so solid, they're beautiful. Such a nice drone. Unfortunately I can't say it's absolutely beautiful and stunning because it's pink. But it comes with GoPro mount already on there and a single battery strap, and then obviously there's a little warning saying that it's already pre-flight bind and fly. I'm on there saying that it's got the angle mode on it. That way you should have an easy flight, it says, but obviously we were going to turn off angle mode and fly it properly. So what else in the box? Well, as we saw before, we get a lot of these little S-bus cables and such like, and this long little one here. In this little bag we have the USB-C cable. We have a tiny little bit of clear plastic tubing. I'm assuming this is to replace in your arms. This is probably fibre optic tubing. A little nut and bolt, obviously for your GoPro camera. We have a introduction to the Caddx FPV Vista 720p at 120 frames per second, 4km range with a latency within 28 milliseconds. Just a few little health and safety, how to fly, quick little wiring diagram, and a few little stickers in the box as well. And then in this bag here we've got a few different things. We have the aerial, we have our battery pads, which are actually designed to go over the cutout. I'm assuming that bit there must be a light, and this battery pad goes on the cutout. We'll see how these work. Don't feel particularly sticky. But there's two of them in there. You also have a set of 4 prop nuts. We have additional 2 battery straps, some spare M3x8s, M2x4s, M3x10s, M3 nuts. I'm not quite sure what the two little bits of aerial are for. And then we've got this little bit of rubber. 3D printed. I see what that is. Yeah. So these, they go on and off easily enough. This little 3D printed piece slides on, yeah. And they give you a much better grip on how to do it. So there we have it. There's what's in the box. There's the drone itself. If you're watching this, you already know the specs of the drone more than likely. Don't need to go all the way through it. So I didn't really want to end that video the way it was going, because I couldn't really show my love for the product because it let me down so much. And I'd rang around, I've spoken to different companies, and this company said that they had yellow ones, and I asked them to check, and they told me they had a green one, and they'd sent me a green one. So my shock when it was pink was, you know, pink is probably my least favourite colour they could have possibly sent me. And then having the pink light set up as well just pushed me over the edge. So eventually I managed to get my green parts from iFlight. It took about 2 weeks and cost about $15. But we're there now, and we've got the green TPU parts. And, you know, I absolutely love this thing. As I said before, you probably know the specs if you're looking at this. You know what it can do. The 6S version, it absolutely rips. But the camera is really good. The refresh rate is amazing. Just the way you can see is just next levels. The control you have, this drone is really nicely set up from the factory. It flies really well. Tweak it to your preferences. But it is such a good drone. I've been flying it for a little while now. I've had the usual sort of little bumps or hitting gates, that sort of thing, and there's been no damage whatsoever. This thing is really built like a tank. I haven't had any sort of like major crashes, but then, you know, you never, what do you call a major crash? Depends on the damage, really. Big crashes, the worst I've ever done is bent a couple of sets of props. You know, this drone is amazing. It flies so well. The LEDs are cool. You know, you go in there, you program them to what you want. Technically, because of the way the drone is built, you can go in and do anything you want to. You could turn it into a 3D drone if you wanted to. I run it with 2 battery straps, one at the front, one at the back. This holds it in no matter what. So if you do have an accident or end up upside down in turtle mode, you know that your battery is going to stay on. In conjunction with the 2 battery straps, I also run a sticky pad that holds them on. You can hear that. So that's just a conventional sticky pad that you can buy from all good drone stockists. And there you go. That holds the battery on its own without the straps. Obviously, you're going to use the straps as well. When I shut the battery up, I literally just took out the balance lead connector, JST, just tuck it into the space between the battery and the TPU mount for the power supply. Running it with 5.1 props, 47.5s, 47.7s, very grippy in the air. This has quickly become my new favourite toy, and I absolutely love it. Flight times vary. If you're pootling around and going slow on a 1300, 7-8 minutes maybe, I don't know, maybe longer. I've definitely seen 7 or 8 minutes pootling around. I've also seen an 1100 go in about 1.5 minutes when thrashing it. So, you know, you're going to want a few batteries depending on your level and how much you're flying it, but you really can't go wrong. This drone is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's so natural to fly out of the box. A lot of people probably think the rates are too high, but for me they were just right. A few little tweaks to make it perfect, and a few little tweaks obviously in beta flight, but you cannot go wrong. This has to be one of the best drones I have ever flown. I absolutely love it. Stay tuned, subscribe, like and share, and I will catch you all on the next one. Happy flying.